Welcome to the Positive Productivity Podcast, episode number 57.
Welcome to Positive Productivity Podcast, where we empower our audience to achieve and appreciate personal and professional success, especially in the face of adversity. Listen in as our guests reveal their stories of challenges and hurdles and how they overcame defeat and became triumphant in their endeavors. Let's get motivated and move forward with your host, Kim Sutton.
Welcome back to another episode of Positive Productivity. This is not my normal episode, and this is an episode I have been promising you for a little while now. Welcome to my first ever blooper episode. During the next few minutes, you'll be subject to a few of the outtakes from my first 50 episodes. They're not all in here. There will be another blooper episode, I promise, but I want you to know that it's definitely not perfect here behind the scenes. I hope you enjoy. When you've been building your business and you see people in your community having these big launches, how, and maybe, sorry, just my husband's tablet's going off. I think I was going to ask you another question, but that just blew my mind.
Oh, that's okay. That's good. I like that. I hope it blows your listeners' minds as well.
Yeah, me too. That I can't say any better than that, and now you can hear that I'm speechless.
That's awesome.
So, in today's episode, I'm going to bring some of my incredibly exciting. I'd love to hear about how that let me try that again, how that happened. Voice, be quiet. Patricia is an intuitive healer, I can never say that right. Feng Shui, thank you.
Whatever you want.
And success mindset coach. That is so embarrassing, but it's all about being real on. If you know somebody who could use a laugh today, I invite you to share this episode with them because let me tell you this. All I was trying to go to actually, and let me just stumble over my words a few more times. I'm going to repeat that. No, I'm not going to repeat that. I had been suffering from. Welcome back to Influx Academy. This is Kim Sutton. I forgot, and we're going to cut this part out. For those who. To find out more again, no. She's also the guest. She's also the host, but I have two last questions before let me try that again before we say goodbye for today. Let me take a quick minute just because I had a random idea in the middle of the night does not mean I need to implement it into my own site. Matt, that was two cats going at it. Thank you for being so awesome. Anyway, these types of circumstances may include. I've listened to episodes of both Michael Hyatt's and I've listened to My husband's sitting right behind me, and he's chuckling because he knows how bad I am with names. He's like, oh, boy. So, okay. I'm sure you've heard the expression overpromise. I'm sure you've heard the expression underpromise and overdeliver. With 3 under 3. Fortune. I have 3 and under at the time of this. You freaking stop it. You may be able to qualify. Bleh. Productivity hack for parent. This episode is going to have to go in bloopers. My cats have fought. The dogs next door are going crazy. Gosh. I think one of my cats just attacked the dog next door. I don't know why I'm giving you commentary considering I'm going to take this out. Especially since large groups can sometimes meal. Especially since.
I'd been in the same position for about 3.5 years, and it was very monotonous.
Positive productivity is not about perfection. Kate, I want to thank you so much for being here. I know the listeners have enjoyed it. I've listened. Yeah, thank goodness for editors. I've enjoyed it greatly. One of the biggest lessons that I've... Can you be quiet while I'm recording, okay? I love you. Thanks. The lessons that my professors taught was in small business. I've got a kid and 2 cats circling my desk. While I did become an interior designer for about 10 years after graduate, while I was very concerned with how my critique was going. To wherever possible, use the quality of... Bless you, get a tissue. No, I mean, the only superhero costume I'm going to put on is for Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving. The only... My husband would love that. The only superhero costume I will put on is for Halloween. I am no superhero on Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, I can burn mac and cheese out of a box, so I stay out of the kitchen on Thanksgiving. Yeah, listeners, I will put it in the show notes, which, by the way, you can find at thekimsutton.com. I forgot my own website for a second. Positive Productivity Podcast, where it's not about perfection. thekimsutton.com. But for those bigger goals... No, I love it. And in our pre-short... I guess I didn't get those all out pre-show. In the pre-show chat, we were talking about... Thank goodness we're not on live radio. This would be a hoot. I've had my microphone fall off the stand before.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I love that about using There's one for the blooper reel. You're now on the blooper reel. Welcome back to another episode of Positive Productivity. This is your host, Kim Sutton. Carrie, I'm sorry. Okay, it's recording. Thrilled to have Carrie Wilkeson. Positive Productivity, not always perfection. Hey there, this is Kim Sutton, host of the Positive Productivity Podcast. And I just want to take a quick moment to thank you for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it and were inspired, I would love to hear your feedback. Please take a moment or two and visit the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or on my website at thekimsutton.com to leave your rating or review. I'd also like to invite you to join the Positive Productivity Book Club and to find out more about my coaching packages by visiting thekimsutton.com. Until the next episode, I hope you have a positive and productive day.